What's good, gorgeous? You are watching A.W.C.W podcast. I am your host, the Twisted King Savage. Today we're going to be reviewing the November 22nd edition of Friday Night Smackdown. Let's get right into it. The show started with Baron Corbin trying to bring order to the SmackDown locker room with no success whatsoever. To Roman Reigns came in there, gave the whole crowd a rousing speech, told them to open the doors, and let NXT and Raw come in so they can kick their ass. So this leads into Sasha talking trash for the women, going down to the ring, calling out um, the Raw women. Charlotte Flair and them came down. It ends up, was it the NXT team comes down. Strangely, Io Shirai wasn't there and had Tony Storm as a stand-in for her. I don't know. I guess that's where they decided to go with that one. Really good triple threat match, resulting at that between Sasha, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley. Um, Rhea gets the pin on Charlotte as she's putting Sasha in the figure eight. Rhea slides under her, gets her in a crucifix type pin, and gets the victory. Um, After that, it ends in this usual brawl between the women. Like all these fucking segments ends in a brawl. Like it's to me, it loses edge. I know some people are really into that, and that's cool, but it's literally the same trick over and over again every night. To me, I would prefer more, how you say, deliberate attacks, more personal goes at this point in time. Like, it's, to me, as at this point, there's only a few standouts, and that's just whoever they give that moment to, like Drew or Keith Lee. Anyway, back to the show. Um, Corbin and his henchmen, Rude and Ziggler, are talking in the back and whatever. Sammy comes up asking him, showing the new bag. Fast forward to Sammy down into the ring. He unveils a whole entire new Intercontinental Championship belt design. Um, Really, actually, the more I look at that title, the more I like it. Like I like the black and gold scheme on it. It looks really interesting. It looks eerily similar to the NXT belts, and just that black and gold design aspect of it. But their gold is a little bit more, I want to say dirty looking, but it's a darker gold than I'm used to seeing, which is really cool. Um, Hold on, let me see if I can. So here is Nakamura and Sami Zayn with the new title. Let me give you a little more close up look. Pretty good design, and it's actually one of the more unique titles I've seen recently. Way different from the last designs that WWE came up with. So, moving along, we come to so as Zayn and Nakamura was in the ring, the Undisputed Era came out, kind of ran them out of the ring, and to Sami Zayn and Nakamura was hyping the Nakamura's upcoming triple threat match with him, AJ, and the guy he couldn't remember, Roderick Strong. I have to say, I do like the fact that Nakamura speaks rarely. just so when he does say something, it comes off with a little bit more weight. Like watching him pretend like he doesn't understand English or doing something is actually very fun to watch. I actually wish they would give Nakamura and Sammy and even Sammy, even though I'm not liking Sammy's role right now, it is he is fun to watch. Like it almost reminds me of strangely of if you've seen the episode of The Simpsons when um, Nelson what was it? What was the nerdy dude? Nelson and shit, I can't remember. Remember the bully kid, whatever. Anyway, so Nakamura and Zayn leaves the ring. New Day comes in and trades some verbal jabs with the Undisputed Era. This leads to them challenging them to a match, which leads to New Day calling out their partners for the night, Heavy Machinery. So this leads to an 8-man tag between the two. Cool match. There was an interesting moment where Heavy Machinery and New Day had some static, like Kofi was getting beat down for a minute, and it ended up with a spot with him being tossed out of the ring, but Tucker catching him on the outside, or he falls on Tucker, and then Otis comes around and like yanks Kofi off of Tucker, which leads to Big E getting in his face, and just a really really interesting but really weird moment at that time. I guess they're trying to plant the seeds for a possible feud between New Day and Heavy Machinery, which might be fun, even though I feel like Heavy Machinery has lost a lot of the momentum that they had. Like they're still getting good pops, but it's just, I almost feel that instead of a New Day 7th reign, I would have rather had a Heavy Machinery 1st reign. But that's the way WWE works. They never seem to go with the hot hand when they have it. Undisputed Era ends up winning the match. After the match, Strong hits in Nakamura's face. AJ attacks them both. Zayn ends up taking out both AJ and Strong with the chair and pulling Nakamura out of there. After that, they go to commercial. They come back. They hyping the 3-way Survivor Series match between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, which I find hilarious because there's literally no one on the fucking NXT. It's like we have to see who we have left after War Games on Saturday to see who we were going to put on that team. Like, if I don't understand, instead of doing that stupid, like, why did War Games even need the triple threat match to see who faces Adam Cole at Survivor Series? Like, that match made no sense. You can use most of those competitors and put them on that NXT Survivor Series team. You could have put fucking Kona Reeves. Nobody really fucking cares who's on the team, really. Like, at this point, anyone would fucking do on the NXT roster. Any fucking one would do. Oh, my God. So, when we come back, AJ cuts a promo with the OC. Have to show he's Billy Badass because everybody's fucking being lost in the shuffle in this shit at this point. Like, the whole Baron Corbin, Roman Reigns, Survivor Series, like, it's just taking up time that no one really cares about. Like, either give the team to fucking Baron Corbin or give the team to fucking Roman Reigns. This infighting, when you already have to fight two other fucking teams, is making no sense. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people are enjoying it. It's just, to me, it's just doing too much. Moving on to what was it? What was that? Oh, so you go back. Daniel Bryan comes down to the ring, calls out the Fiend, but the Miz comes out instead, which leads to the match between them. Typical match between Miz and DB ends with the Fiend attacking Daniel Bryan. Go to commercial, come back. Shayna Baszler comes down to the ring, starts to come down, comes down to the ring, and Bayley attacks her from behind. Leads to a brawl between them. Cuts commercial. We get the main event of the evening? Was it the 6-man tag between Reigns, Shorty G, and Ali against Corbin and friends, which I'm just referring to them now. At the end of the typical match, at the end of the match, was it Corbin and friends win? After that, Seth Rollins Raw comes in from the crowd and attacks the Smackdown guys. The rest of the Smackdown locker room comes out and fights them. Then NXT shows up, circa 1997 DX fucking style with the Jeep and coming down. So everybody's fighting, beating each other up like this is like the 15th, 16th fucking brawl at this point in time. Like, it's, oh my god, it's so awesome. It's amazing. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie to you, my friends. I'm just not that excited for it. It goes down exactly what Finn Balor said about the WWE. This is fucking Hollywood fluff and bullshit just to create the illusion. Like, it doesn't make sense. They really could have toned down a lot of that shit, and it could have made a lot of these feuds a whole lot more personal instead of creating this whole huge ass war that they don't have half the fucking time to sell right. I know some people are going to come to disagree with me on this, but it's just ask yourself one simple question. Can you clearly define who is doing what in which matches outside of whoever the championship matches are? Like, there should have been some line. There could have been a whole era of NXT they could have used instead of everybody pulling double fucking duty. Like, Adam Cole has got to fucking do a War Games match Saturday, and then turn around and defend his title the next fucking night on fucking Survivor Series against whoever fucking wins a triple threat match than the night before, which clearly at this point is most likely is probably going to be Pete Dunne, because I'm even not going to go into all of that. But it's too fucking much. Like, I know everyone is hyped that NXT apparently won the ratings war for the first time this week, but look what they had to do to get that. There's no way they can sustain that. That means Raw. What's the point of the brand split if Raw and SmackDown and all of them is going to keep jumping in on each other's shows? This was the whole fucking point of this goddamn division, anyways. Like, you set a rule. Then fucking 2 weeks later, you're like, fuck the rule, we gotta go. This is the way it's gotta be now. There's no continuity to the WWE story. It's whatever it has to be at that time. And they wonder why they lose fans. They wonder why AEW is putting on a more consistent show. And it's not. And it's I know it's totally different because AEW doesn't have the amount of stars and everything that WWE has. I get that. And AEW is not perfect. It has its problems because there's clearly been a couple of botches and screw ups. But those are botches and screw ups I can forgive because they are new. It's only what they've been doing a weekly show. What is this? The week 8? You know, how long is WWE doing this shit and they still manage to fuck it up? And with that, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll see you guys again. I will probably be dropping a couple of more. Today is was it NXT War Games? Hoping to do a live stream with that. I'm not sure. Also keep up to date if I'm going to do a live stream or possibly a live chat or something like that for Survivor Series. I'll keep you guys posted. You guys take care.